Amy Wong wears the reputation of Futurama's easiest catch, the one always ready with an orgy invitation and a wink. But line up the men she actually ends up in bed with, and the woman everyone calls a man-eater turns out to have picked almost none of them. Start with the one scene that looks like proof of the reputation, because it is the only place the story hands her the wheel. In the Dungeons & Dragons Fantasy of Benders game, her avatar surfaces from the water as Gynecoladriel,
I am Gynecoladriel, queen of the water nymphos,
whose entire stated power is overwhelming men. Here, seduction stops being something that happens to her and becomes a tool she picks up on purpose. Faced with an ogre guarding the cave of hopelessness, she doesn't fight, she offers to handle him.
and I will use my powers to overwhelm the guard.
The scene cuts, and she strolls back out from behind the bush, retying her top while the ogre snores where she left him.
Behold, the deed is done.
The encounter is a door, nothing more, sex as a key to get the party through. And once she's in control, the appetite sprawls everywhere. She keeps the elderly wizard Greyfarn on the side, breaking off battlefield warnings to make out with him mid-crisis.
I forgot to remember to roll it.
Her most passionate kiss in the whole film isn't even with a man, it lands on Leela's avatar before a geyser breaks it up.
Quickly, to the geysers!
Can it wait a couple minutes?
Yes.
When Amy is the one choosing, the choice is rarely a person. It's a lever. It is also a game, an avatar in a fantasy the professor built. Step out of it and back into her actual life, and the wheel is never hers again. Take the fling everyone already knows. Amy takes her new car out for a spin to Mercury, and Fry is the only one who tags along.
Boy, this AC is incredible.
Then, Fry runs the air conditioning, the heater, the margarita mixer, and the toaster all at once, the fuel burns off, and the car dies on the surface thousands of miles from the nearest pump.
What are you doing?
Splah! It's a video phone. Lucky I'm a member of the Austro-Afro-Antarctico-Amerasian Auto Association.
What happens next isn't seduction, it's boredom and sweat. They start griping about their pushy parents and land on the same lazy wavelength.
It's nice to find someone I can talk to about stuff and junk.
Yeah, it's like we feel the same way about junk and stuff, or whatever.
When the tow truck finally hooks the dead car at sunset, it's Amy who shrugs out the proposition.
So while they're towing us, you want to do it?
Yeah.
The car rocks up the ramp, and the next morning she sums the whole thing up as one thing leading to another.
Led there again when we got home.
No spark, no chase, just a stranded afternoon and a shared shrug. Now, widen out, because that accident turns out to be the rule. Watch what pulls Amy toward a partner, and it's almost never her own wanting, it's her parents.
He's not very ugly.
You should marry him, or at least use him to conceive a grandchild for us.
On the Titanic cruise, Mr. and Mrs. Wong stop vacationing the instant they spot a marriageable man.
He seems really nice, but, well, I already have a boyfriend.
Amy panics and grabs the nearest body, presenting Fry as a boyfriend she invented on the spot and kissing him to sell the lie.
I'd like you to meet Fry, my boyfriend.
The men in her orbit keep arriving on someone else's cue. As the ship sinks, her parents are still at it.
The important thing is we found you a new man.
A captain? Oh, Mom, I don't... Hi.
Amy says hi, and Kif answers, picks her up, and carries her to the escape pod. That is the true start of the relationship that will outlast every other name here. A year later, the flashback fills in the rest.
Call me.
Which brings us to the single-time raw desire really does drive her, and it aims her straight at the worst man available.
Everyone I've ever dated, you are probably in the top 10.
By now, she's settled with Kif, and settled is the problem. They argue all night while she just wants to go to bed, and he wants to know where they stand.
Is that all you ever think about? I'm not just some piece of tofu, Amy.
Then, bailing Bender out of prison, Amy flirts with a literal murder burglar, admires his arson tattoos.
I have one of my mom. Want to see?
Sure. No, he can't.
And lights up when a convict grabs her and holds a lightsaber to her throat.
Ooh, you're bad.
Kif has finally had enough and walks out, sick of her flirting with every bad boy in sight. The breakup frees her for the worst offender of all. At a bar, Bender blows cigar smoke in her face and sprinkles her with ash.
Why do you have to be so mean to me?
Shut up, baby, you love it.
Don't tell me to shut up. You know what happened to the last guy who told me to shut up?
What?
And the scene cuts straight to the two of them in bed, where shut up is now the pillow talk she climbs on top of him for. His contempt reads to her as heat. It escalates fast, a secret affair, a public proposal, a ring-tagged Exhibit A, a delighted yes.
That's why we're introducing this ballot initiative to legalize homosexual marriage!
Then she says the one word the bad boy can't survive: monogamous.
Finally, we can have a legal monogamous marriage like everyone else.
Woohoo! Yeah! Monogamous.
And Bender is instantly on a beach with two hooker bots. And who roars up to catch her but Kif, remade in the exact bad boy image she left him for, leather jacket and sunglasses, dedicating a song called Shut Up and Love Me. Set all of that against the one man who chose Amy first and never stopped. Before their first real date, Kif spent a year phoning her and hanging up.
Hello? Hello? Who is this?
A wall of her photos on the Nimbus, and a whispered I love you to an empty room. When he finally confesses, facing death, that the crude pickup lines were Zap's and the silent calls were his, Amy doesn't laugh. She softens.
And that person calling and hanging up was me. I was just too nervous to say hello because I love you.
Oh, Kif.
And the relationship that began as a parental order becomes something she actually wants. She had pushed for it herself, begging Leela to make the date happen because Kif was the sweetest guy who'd ever liked her. He names her his Smizmar.
Imagine you stowing away and stealing a licensed starship. Oh, it's so romantic it gives me the shivers.
The one who inspired his love and so counts as his child's true parent, and even codes her childhood pony into a holographic future. It is the deepest thing anyone offers her, and exactly what she keeps fleeing, she postpones moving in until someday. Then bolts from his baby shower the moment he calls it the deep, dark waters of commitment.
Well, we've given them a great start, Amy. And in 20 years, they'll sprout legs and crawl back onto land as children.
When Hedonism Bot leans in to ask if there's room for one more. It's Amy pulling Kif to the floor while he laughs nervously the whole time. What she can't do is give herself over completely. And that gap is what Zap finally pries open. By the films, Kif has asked Amy to be his Fanfan Roo, to join his family, and they're bound together in ancestral mud with the whole crew as witnesses.
Goodbye, my love.
Then, Kif is killed, and grief does what nothing else could.
Allow me to present you with the last known photo of Lieutenant Croker.
Hiding out in an abandoned cabin, Amy sits outside sobbing that he's gone, and Zap settles beside her, claiming to miss him more than she, as his mere wife, could ever understand. He turns mourning into a pickup.
Do you feel his presence?
I'm not sure.
Then leaning closer, and the next morning, Leela carries fresh soup to the bedroom doors.
Yeah. Sorry you had to find out like this, Leela.
When Yivo later resurrects Kif, and Amy tries to hide behind her sacred title,
This is awkward.
It is? Why? Oh.
Kif corrects her. Fanfan Roo, he says, actually translates as one who doesn't sleep with my superior officer. The one bond she was handed and slowly grew to mean is the one she breaks in his own grief. Line the beds up and the man-eater joke falls apart. Fry was a stranded afternoon. Kif was a captain her mother ordered off a sinking ship. The ogre was a door to walk through. Bender was the one reckless thing she reached for on her own, and it broke on contact. The only man who chose her first, and kept choosing her, is the only one she can never fully choose back. Stalled at every threshold. Fled at his own baby shower. Betrayed in his grief. The captain who talked his way into Amy's cabin had a long history of doing the same one deck over, which is exactly where every man Leela got in bed with picks up.